This is Eagle Owl, and today I'll be talking about Jalen Hurts must stay aggressive. Also, we're going to talk about Jordan Davis. He seemed focused. And lastly, we're going to talk about AJ Brown. He's questionable, but some tells me he's going to play. But let's get straight into it. All right, before we hop straight into it, there's a couple things I want to talk about, and I want to play this clip by Saquon Barkley.
JC, why not today, bro? Make you a mark, dog.
Absolute leader. Leader. Next year, C. He's going to have the C on his chest. Because this dude, when I say it seemed like he got Jalen Carter motivated, he got Jalen Carter motivated to play. And that's just something that can't be taught. That leadership, man, that Saquon Barkley got for this team, man, oh man, he's the real deal. Because not only he's that guy that just talked, he walked that walk himself. So shout out to Saquon Barkley. And there's another guy I've been avoiding talking about, but he's been playing at a high level, and that is Avonte Maddox. He is kicking ass on the field. I mean, he's been doing this thing, but these are the numbers. So against the Falcons and Saints, he only allowed one reception for 6 yards and opposing passer rating of 47.9. Now it's not being talked about because that first game was horrendous. That first game I wanted him benched, but since people not talking about it, I'm gonna talk about it. He's looking like old Avonte Maddox. He's looking like he's back. I think he's going to get tested a little more against this Tampa Bay game, and I wonder how he's going to handle it. But overall, man, I can't deny it. He's been playing at a high level. Hell, teams haven't even been really throwing his way the past two teams. They've been trying to test Quinion and Slay. Because Avonte Maddox, he been on his stuff. I can't lie. He been on his stuff. He's looking like one of the best slot cornerbacks in the league right now. So hopefully he keep that up. And that's what I'm saying, man. This defense, it's playing at a high level. Definitely playing at a high level. But let's get into the injury report. All right. So Devontae Smith is officially out, and AJ Brown is officially questionable. And yes, he was at practice. Not only him, Lane Johnson, both had their helmets. Look like those guys gonna give it a go. For participant, Mekhi Becton will play. Landon Dickerson, he had a wrist injury. He will play. Slay, knee injury, will play. And Milton Williams will play. So if you get Lane Johnson and AJ Brown back, you got to win this game. Because bad enough, I thought we was going to win anyway. Because it looked like one of those games where we know what happened in Tampa Bay. Prayers up to the victims out there. But it's still a lot of rain going on. The hurricane is not as heavy. So I was thinking like it's going to be one of those games like Saquon going to have to go off again. You know, it's just going to be run, tough game, low scoring. But now if you had AJ Brown, maybe you could get some stuff off. So I'm gonna say this about the AJ Brown thing: if he can play, let that man play. Let him play. Let him ball out. Let him kick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ass. So yeah, if he can play, let him play. But if he just a little nicked up, if he's only 80%, I would say sit him out because you got the bye week. Because you can look at this two ways. You can be like, yeah, let him play because we got the bye week. You could say, no, don't let him play because we got the bye week. Either way, I don't think nobody's wrong, but you don't want to tweak like a hamstring right now, whereas we got a whole season to play. Like we got a long season to go. No buys, no nothing. So, but again, if he's ready to play, let him go out there and earn his money. Let him go out there and help the team. Hell, even if he's just like somewhat of a decoy, he catches passes here and there. I'm cool with that too. Because AJ Brown on the field, you got to worry about him. It's AJ Brown, so man, I'm happy to have him back. Happy to have him back. That's all let me say. Y'all know AJ Brown's my favorite receiver in the league. You ask me, I think he's number one, but you can argue all this other stuff. I think he's the best receiver in the league. I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion. Not because he's an Eagle. I've been saying this since he's been in Tennessee. He's really good. And he's showing it in Philadelphia. All right, so let's talk about Jordan Davis, man. Jordan Davis, some about him, he seemed focused. But let me play this clip.
Just had to keep going, man. We just had to keep going. I'm not really looking at trying not to think about stuff like that. I'm just thinking about what I have to do this week, what I have to do. We had a good performance last week, but we have to be even better this week. And we just have to make sure that we keep that same mindset, because if we get complacent, if we keep doing the same things that we've been doing, we're not going to get better. We just want to focus on getting better.
Fletcher Cox was saying he reached out to some of the guys after week one. What was kind of his message to you? And then
get back to it. Get back to it. It's poor performance, but at the end of the day, Fletcher doesn't seem it. He knows what it is to be in this game, and we take whatever he says, very, very seriously. And just the fact that he's reaching out, just shows how much he cares about his team and how much he cares about us being the best that we can be. But we just listen, take heed, and then at the end of the day, we just make sure that we improve our performance. And we did that last week. We just had to make sure that we do it again.
What's Vic like behind closed doors?
I mean, he's like, what you see is what you get. I mean, it's nothing behind closed doors. I mean, he's going to tell you how it is, and we love him for that. But if he says we've got a problem, then we got to fix it. And he has the same mindset that we do. So we just do anything that we can to win, and that's the most important stat of the day. Sure.
As loud as I was with my criticism, I got to give the praise too, just as loud. Jordan Davis been kicking up. He's been doing this thing. I can't lie. That second game against Atlanta, yes, I was pissed. At the 1-2 plays, he was on the oxygen mask. But that Saints game, he came to play. Stopped the run. Being that true nose tackle type dude. Getting sacks or got a sack. Like, he's been doing this thing. Jordan Davis has been showing up on the stat sheet, doing his assignments really, really well, what he came here to do. And he silenced a lot of critics like myself. So Jordan Davis, just stay focused, keep doing your thing. You were drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles for a reason. The Eagles picked you over Kyle Hamilton when we needed a safety for a reason. But my thing with Jordan Davis is we have a long season ahead. Can this last 18 plus weeks? That's all I gotta say. But Fangio been working on these dudes conditioning. Jalen Carter, always mention it. Jordan Davis always mention it. So we just need Jordan Davis, playing at a high level. And again, it's just something about him. When he was first drafted, he seemed more kiddie. No offense to him, but he seemed like a little bit more immature. But when I watch him now, seem more mature, seem more focused. It seemed like a guy that's like, okay, it's time to take this serious. There's no Fletcher Cox here. Simple as that. Because Fletcher Cox masked most of his problems because we're like, well, just sub him out, put in Fletcher, he's going to handle the job. But that's not the case this year. Milton Williams is your oldest D tackle. He's like 25. So I'm just saying, Jordan Davis, you got to stay locked in. You look locked in, playing at a high level, the stats looking good. Just keep it going. Keep it going. And this is a team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You can dominate. You can definitely destroy these dudes for sure. And let's get into the last topic, Hurts. Jalen Hurts must stay aggressive. Why am I mentioning this? I'm mentioning this because a lot of people have been talking about his interceptions and this and that. But the positive is that he's staying aggressive. He's trusting his receivers. He had a Smitty pass. We could debate that all day, every day. But he trusts his receivers. He trusts his receivers to go get it. Keep that trust. Keep it going. He's going to get out this funk. But what I don't want him to do, let me dink it, dunk it, or overthinking, staying in the pocket too long. If you got a deep shot, take that deep shot. And that's what I loved about the Saints game too. When he's taking those deep shots to Dallas Goedert, I'm like, whoa. Like, yo, he's slanging it. Definitely slanging it. Pause. So look, that's all I got to say about that. Just stay aggressive, man. Stay confident. If you believe you got it, you got it. If you believe you could trust that receiver to do it, do it. But let's listen to what Baldy had to say about Jalen Hurts' aggressiveness.
If they're going to win a Super Bowl, he has to be aggressive. If they're going to run deep into the playoffs, he has to be aggressive. Josh Allen has had that problem with turnovers too. And then he goes almost into a shell and he doesn't stay aggressive and they don't do anything in the playoffs. Like Patrick Mahomes isn't afraid to throw interceptions. He's had his share of them. Some of them get called back, but he stays aggressive. Like I believe that you could keep putting those stats up there. Like the fumble, he wants that fumble back. That's on him. He's got to protect the ball better than that. I held the ball a long time. That's on him. But some of these interceptions, John, he's trying to make these plays in these end zones, and he's trying to score touchdowns.
That's what I was saying too. The thing with Josh Allen, he compared the two. Josh Allen knew he had like a interception problem. And what happened was when he go into the playoffs, he overthought it. Like, I don't want to lose the game. He get a little bit conservative. Then next thing you know, he lose the aggression. They end up losing the game anyway. He stopped trusting himself. Like, oh man, I might throw a pick. Oh, I don't want to take that risk. But I want Jalen Hurts to continue to be that risk taker. Just continue to do it. And I'm telling you, the interceptions will disappear because Jalen Hurts is a smart dude. Smart guy. But hey man, what do you think and how do you feel, man, about everything I talked about? Do you think AJ Brown will play? Do you think Lane Johnson will play? Jordan Davis seem focused. And Jalen Hurts, man. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm up.